Over the past 10 years, Tesla has risen from relative obscurity to becoming one of the most popular car brands in the US and across the world. And in the United States, the Tesla Models 3 and Y have now become more popular than passenger car staples like the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry. And with the numbers Tesla has been putting up, it is now the best-selling luxury car brand in the United States. But wait, is Tesla a luxury car brand? It seems people are divided on this, and while plenty of people do consider Tesla to possess characteristics of traditional luxury cars that would place it in the ranks of Mercedes-Benz and Lexus, others prefer the term tech brand to describe the image of Tesla, as the company has emphasized its electric propulsion technology as well as interior UI and software technology. Still, others would simply consider Teslas to be non-luxury, mainstream cars. And when you have models that are more popular than the Honda Civic, this doesn't seem very unreasonable either. Hey, I'm Creech, and this is Creech and Cars, where I talk about car news, history, and culture. Today, I'm going to be discussing the image and brand position of Tesla. More specifically, I'm going to explore whether or not Tesla is a premium luxury car brand. I think the logical place to start here is trying to find out what people mean when they say luxury car. One of the first things that comes to mind is price. We all assume that luxury cars are more expensive than non-luxury cars, at least for cars that are similarly sized, as bigger cars are generally more expensive, and Tesla models do fall in line with other similarly sized luxury cars. For example, a brand new Model 3 will run you around $43,000, which is similar to the 3 Series from BMW and the C-Class from Mercedes-Benz. At first, it does seem like Teslas are priced as luxury cars, but there is a caveat to this. And that is that electric cars are generally more expensive than gas rivals in the same segment. For example, the Hyundai Ioniq 6 is also priced similarly to the 3 Series, C-Class, and Model 3. And even though Hyundai is actively working on developing the separate brand image of Ioniq, most people would have no trouble deciding that the Ioniq 6 is not a luxury car given its Hyundai badge. Furthermore, when we look at full-size sedans, the Tesla Model S starts at around $90,000, which is $15,000 less than the Mercedes-Benz EQS's starting price. And this comparison leads us into the next aspect of a luxury car: brand name and image. Brands like Mercedes-Benz have developed a reputation of building high-quality cars that drive well while being comfortable and quiet over decades. And for many luxury brands, these reputations have been created over the course of more than 100 years. But Tesla's origin is a little bit different. When the company was founded nearly 20 years ago, Martin Eberhard, one of the co-founders, said that he wanted to create a car manufacturer that was also explicitly a technology company. Considering the era America was in during the early days of the company, wanting to fuse an automaker with a technology company and then develop proprietary battery and motor technology and proprietary software for use in the cars really made sense. And it made sense for the first time ever in terms of cars. While other big-name automakers were working on electric cars, and there's always been an incentive to stuff the newest technology into cars, the rise of what we know today as tech companies that came with the wider adoption of the internet and personal computers, as well as the dot-com boom, presented a unique opportunity to do something incredibly difficult, which is create a new car manufacturer. This unique starting point and the designated identity that came with it does heavily support the argument that Tesla should be considered something other than luxury or mainstream, but be put in a category of tech companies that make cars. While this category has now grown significantly with startups popping up all of the time trying to emulate the success of Tesla, it does seem reasonable that someone can argue Tesla created its own category, and while the cars can be expensive and nicely equipped, they aren't very exclusive and sell similarly to models like the RAV4, which is to say that although Tesla has characteristics of both of the traditional categories, it is a tech brand, and nothing more nor nothing less. Another trait among vehicles that distinguishes luxury cars from non-luxury cars is both interior and exterior design, as well as the materials used and the fit and finish of the materials. And this is where a lot of people point to when arguing that Tesla is not a luxury car brand. Starting with exteriors, Teslas do have a unique design, and personally I'm just not a huge fan of it, and a lot of people aren't either, something that Joe Rady calls the marshmallow design, but Tesla interiors certainly don't fall in line with traditional design and materials that are associated with luxury cars. But does the use of this minimalist design disqualify Teslas from being luxurious? Well, this is probably the most subjective aspect of cars that I'll be talking about in this video. So, in my own opinion, I think it's clear that minimalism lessens the feeling of luxury. Aside from novelties like a large infotainment screen, which has now become common in many cars, getting into a Tesla doesn't really feel special. There's less ornate craftsmanship that would be observed on models like the S-Class and the LS, and for me, personally, I just think it makes Teslas, at the very least, less luxurious than luxury rivals. But because this is so subjective, I decided to turn to the perspectives of random people on Quora, and here are some of the opinions. Dick Banks, a current owner of a Model S, seems similar to me in viewing the minimalist design as a detraction to the brand, especially after owning other, more traditional luxury cars. Kevin Davidson prefers the word premium as a distinction for the brand, but does think that the higher-end Model S and Model X are befitting of the luxury car title. William Suarez expands on this premium versus luxury distinction and considers Tesla to essentially be a low-end luxury car that is more comparable to Infiniti and Cadillac than the German 3 and Lexus. But at the end of the day, I'm only able to make a video about this because there isn't really a clear answer. So I want to hear from you. Do you think Tesla is a luxury car brand or just a mainstream brand? Or do you think it belongs in some other type of category like a tech brand or premium vehicle? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. On this channel, I talk about car news, history, and culture. So if you like videos like this, make sure to check out other videos on the channel and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.